I think we're just lucky to have met each other. You know, it sounds kind of corny to say, but I produce interesting results to try to do it like we used to do it.
Sometimes it's better not to say anything.
Sorry.
We need to record this. Please fall from the floor.
What? Okay. Go ahead. Ow, I think
This isn't gonna work.
It's been mutually beneficial for all of us.
The leaves were falling.
Is on the line with me right now. How are you, Brian?
Fine, how are you, Jack?
Fine, thanks.
I don't know. I just think it's not really an indication of things to come for us or anything. It's just, we just, It was an accident, but it worked out just right. And it just worked out.
I see.
So we left it in.
I get it.
Start from the beginning, Bunny. Start from the beginning, Bunny. Bunny, start again. Wake up, wake up. Start again.
Good vibrations.
One.
Good vibrations.
One branch of the oak reached high above the others and stretched far out over the meadow.
I was going to tell you a joke when you said delight.
What?
Oh, that's what they said about the firefly that backed into the fan. He was delighted. I'm glad to see you laugh.
Hi, Lonesome.
The leaves were falling from the great oak at the meadow's edge. They were falling from all the trees.
I'm not sure you remember.
Said one leaf to the other. No, the other leaf answered, so many of us have fallen off tonight, we're almost the only ones left on our branch. You never know who's going to be next.
My pen's a feeling she's as much of me as I am.
But the thing about chess is it's not really like life. The game of backgammon is a lot more like life. It has a lot of strategy, but backgammon also has random chance.
Two leaves clung to its very tip. It isn't the way it used to be. Said the first leaf. Even when it was warm and the sun shone, a storm or a cloudburst would come sometimes, and many leaves were torn off, though they were still young. You never know who's going to be next.
Sounds funny, but I'll miss this place. I guess I'll miss a lot of things around here.
You will?
You won't laugh.
Of course not.
Between a fine oil painting and a mechanical thing like a photograph. The photograph shows only the reality. The painting shows not only the reality, but the dream behind it.
But that gave way to admiration as the evening wore on. The evening wore on. That's a very nice expression, isn't it? With your permission, I'll say it again. The evening wore on.
Yeah, sorry, it was just, I was trying to recreate.
What are you thinking about?
I had a dream. It was summer. Grandma turned into my bird and flew out the window. Later, I saw her at the store, but she pretended not to know me. I tried to follow her, but my legs wouldn't move.
I found something the other night. I want to show you.
I don't remember what happened aside from rocks and trees. It was cold last night, but not like terribly cold. For me, some other people got frost. Yeah. They didn't actually. But maybe.
And then record play, and that record play. It's going to go at some point. It's actually multiple.
Hey there!
Sounds good.
Yeah, it does.
You just have to go through the border services. That's
What are you doing? Like, going, I was like, we're coming.
And then we can just pick you up long enough because like 20, 30 minutes of property.
I think this is right though.
okay. Let's just go with you.
Oh, okay. You know. I see eyes.
Who's going to be next? The sun seldom shines now, sighed the second leaf, and when it does, it gives us no warmth. We must have warmth again. Can it be true, said the first leaf, can it really be true that others come to take our places when we're gone, and after them still others, and more and more? It is really true, whispered the second leaf. We can't even begin to imagine it. It's beyond our powers. It makes me very sad, added the first leaf. They were silent a while. Then the first leaf said quietly to herself, why must we fall? The second leaf asked, what happens to us when we've fallen? We sink down. What is under us?
Well, you know, Doc, when something happens, it can leave a trace of itself behind. Say, like, if someone burns toast. Well, maybe things that happen leave other kind of traces behind. Not things that anyone can notice.
So I haven't decided whether the leaves would actually be drawn, and then like the leaves would be in silver and the lines would be the outline of the leaves. Because like that's the other thing is I don't know whether it would translate with any ones that would be like crooked. I don't know whether that would come across. Well, you have to, when you're designing it, you draw it so that you know where you're. Yeah. Like all of them so that so I haven't decided whether the leaves would actually be drawn and then like the leaves would be in silver and the lines would be in copper like doing something like that or whether
well, just a little bit of it. It doesn't look like it. Hopefully this doesn't look like it.
Hell, said the tree, straightening herself up as much as she could. Well, an old stump is good for sitting and resting. Come, my boy, sit down and rest. And so he did.
The first leaf answered, I don't know. Some say one thing, some another, but nobody knows. The second leaf asked, do we feel anything? Do we know anything about ourselves when we're down there? The first leaf answered, who knows? Not one of all those down there has ever come back to tell us about it. They were silent again. It isn't the way it used to be. Then the first leaf said tenderly to the other, don't worry so much about it. You're trembling. That's nothing, the second leaf answered. I tremble at the least thing now.
I don't feel so sure of my hold as I used to. Listen. Listen. Slower. Listen.
Turn on the radio. Turn on the radio. Turn on the radio.
I don't feel so sure of my hold as I used to. Let's not talk any more about such things, said the first leaf. The other replied, no, we'll let be.
It isn't the way it used to be.
Hello?
My wife sent you a story she wrote? Yes, I think it's very good. Did you see about that short story competition in the evening paper? No, I don't think I did. Closes in about 3 weeks.
I just can't do it!
This is our last chance! Would you mind coming in here for just a moment? I'm trying to fix something.
But what else shall we talk about? She was silent, but went on after a little while. Which of us will go first?
America was a backwater. Paris was the center of modern art. And then the war intervened, and Paris was sealed off, which turned the New York scene into a kind of pressure cooker, out of which a number of American artists found their own way.
It was time for painting to go from the easel, from the small picture, which was within the confines of a window frame, to the mural, to the wall-sized picture.
It isn't the way it used to be.
I think it was from that summer, like 2017.
I don't know. I have a bad memory.
What is it?
What is what?
What's your bad memory?
There's still plenty of time to worry about that, the other leaf assured her. Let's remember how beautiful it was. How wonderful when the sun came out and shone so warmly that we thought we'd burst with life. Do you remember? And the morning dew, and the mild and splendid nights. Now the nights are dreadful, the second leaf complained, and there is no end to them. We shouldn't complain, said the first leaf gently. We've outlived many, many others. Have I changed much? Asked the second leaf shyly but determinedly. Not in the least, the first leaf assured her. You only think so because I've got to be so young.
Performance of Inferno.
Yellow and ugly. But it's different in your case. You're fooling me, the second leaf said. No, really, the first leaf exclaimed eagerly. Believe me, you're as lovely as the day you were born.
Really simple. It's just a triangle. It goes from here to there to there. Okay?
Here and there may be a little yellow spot, but it's hardly noticeable and only makes you handsomer, believe me. Thanks, whispered the second leaf, quite touched. I don't believe you, not altogether.
Aiden, put on your safety helmet. We're going to the park.
Seems dumb, but I'm happy about the leaves.
Have I changed? Have I changed? No, really. You're as lovely. Maybe. Have I changed? But I thank you because you're so kind. You've always been so kind to me. I'm just beginning to understand how kind you are. Hush.
Is this sound and material an indication of things to come for such groups as your Beach Boys?
Well,
I don't know. I just think it's not really an indication of things to come for us or anything. It's just we just had a particular atmosphere, you know, that we were working in, inspired that particular kind of things that were on the album. We, you know, did it in 3 weeks.
Said the other leaf, and kept silent herself, for she was too troubled to talk anymore. Then they were both silent. Hours passed. A moist wind blew, cold and hostile, through the treetops. "Ah, now," said the second leaf, And then her voice broke off. She was torn from her place and spun down. Winter had come.